All right, everyone. So we're live, and it's another RaddTitan chat.
Yo,
Geo man, yo.
how's
it going?
It's all right, man.
It's another RaddTitan. So that sound is some reason.
Yes, definitely is it.
Yo. There you go. Sorry, this one of the monitors has got sound, so decided you wanted to start doing sound.
Well, at least people know that it's officially RaddTitan, proper business.
Yeah, I was hoping for a fucking technical problem-free week. God damn it!
Never, and it wouldn't be fun either. We look too clean, too professional. Yeah, everything's all right, man. Everything's good. Been been busy, been cracking on. Apologies for not doing the chat yesterday, but my social life got in the way of my collecting life. It does happen occasionally. So I went out with the family.
It was actually your fault this time.
Yeah, it was my fault. That's fine. Apologies. I can take it. Yeah, but everything's good. Things have been going on. Everything's looking nice. And I'm quite slow on the getting any new pieces or anything in at the moment. I'm pretty happy with how things are. So only Mysterio left to sell, and that's it. I'm pretty much done. I've got nothing else to sell after that. So
yeah,
just the XM Mysterio with the prototype skull smoke portrait. So that's the next thing to go.
Yeah, you got the nice clean one.
Yeah, I have. So we'll see what happens there. But other than that, that's it really. It's funny because I saw Alien Warrior today on fucking Facebook. That's not Sideshow. On eBay.
Yeah.
I've been talking to the guy. I really love that piece, the maquette,
It's a beautiful piece.
It is. It's my favourite Alien piece, but it's just a question of, where would it go in here? And I don't know. I'm getting really tempted by movie pieces sometimes. Certainly monsters more than anything else. I saw that fucking Zlatan, I don't want to say like this. It sounds like I'm saying Zlatan.
Football, yeah.
Is it Zlatan? Is it Zlatan? From Pacific Rim.
Yes, Zlatan.
150 fucking pound.
Zlatan's the
one that's like going round the thing, the big one. With a big almost like hammerhead shark head that it has.
Nice. It is a nice one.
Yeah, I mean it needed some gloss, didn't it? We've seen it a couple of times. It needed a little bit of gloss. It was kind of matte, the statue. I can't believe the prices. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, monster stuff I kind of like, like the aliens and the predators and the, the Godzillas and the King Kongs and shit like that. So, but I was thinking about it. I've been talking to the guy on eBay, but I'm hopeful he's not going to give me a price that I can't say no to.
Well, the thing about the Pacific Rim stuff, I mean, that I would have thought that may have got like a little surge, because of the
the second film.
But, basically, I got the original
knife
head, and I got that for I think either 120 or 150, and that was, I bought it on Christmas Day, so I literally went for my post-turkey unload, and basically I'm sitting there and on eBay, and that finished, and the Bronze Spider-Man both finished, and I bid on them when it seemed like everyone else was enjoying the time with their family, so I took advantage of that.
We're now live on Facebook. So anyone that's watching on Facebook, hello, God bless.
Oh yeah,
hope everybody's well. Yes, we are. So I thought I'd say hello, welcome.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I was quite surprised by that. I was quite surprised by that price because it's quite a big piece as well. It's 24 inches statue. I always kind of liked it. I mean, it's not the best piece in the world, but I kind of like the flow of it.
We're sorry, George is full of shit. We are not live on Facebook. That was your 3-minute warning, George.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Why am I getting warnings for it? It usually just comes on and tells me we're on there when we're live.
It comes up with a 3-minute thing. So basically, it's the usual, like, if you're on old YouTube and you're in there early, then you're going to get a little bit of extra footage.
Yeah, bonus features.
Bonus.
Yeah, I got a couple of steelbooks in. I sat through, I watched The Last Jedi, motherfucker. What the fuck? Honest to God. Everyone told me, you know, Ragnarok was crap and blah blah blah. Watched it, thought, I kind of like this. This is all right. Then everyone turned around and told me that Justice League is fucking awful. Watched it, yeah, it's all right. And Last Jedi turned up. Everyone was like, "No, don't do it. Fuck me, don't do it. Don't watch it." And I was like, "This is going to be okay as well."
I told you, wait, before you go into it, Gary was at my house the other day, and I mentioned we were talking about films, and I said, "Yeah, I've got a couple of films I'm thinking of watching, you know, with Carlson. You know, I'm going to sit down." And he's like, "Well, what are you thinking of watching?" And when I said Last Jedi, Gary looked like he was going to stab me in the fucking ear. And then Gary went on for probably, oh God, it must have been like 15-minute rant, turned fucking bright red and lost his shit. And I was just like, wow, man, if Gary is saying a Star Wars film is shit, it must be bad. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, in the first franchise, Empire is one of the best, if not the best. The second film, and I never liked the second films in the other franchise. I don't like Attack of the Clones. I just find it's another fucking point. I mean, there are good bits in it, but I like the I actually don't mind Phantom Menace too much, other than the whole Jar Jar Binks situation. But you know, I like that, and then I really like the last films. Like my favorite films is Return of the Jedi is my favorite, and then probably my second favorite is Empire. Then after that is probably the what's the last one? Is it Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah,
Revenge of the Sith. I like that a lot. I thought that was brilliant. And then I fucking, you know, I watched this. I actually didn't mind The Force Awakens too much, and then I thought it was pretty good. I watched this Last Jedi, and it was fucking shit. I mean, honest to God, it really was poor. And I couldn't understand because, you know, it's telling me we're live now.
Yeah, now we're live. So everyone on Facebook, if you're watching Facebook, we are live on Facebook. We've been live already.
I'm slagging off The Last Jedi. If anybody's over there listening and liking it, this is the time. But I sat through that with Jenny, and I just was like, "What the fuck has happened?" Like, I just don't want to do any spoilers for anyone that hasn't watched it. But like, pretty much everybody that's good that I like I'm interested in is either fucking gone, or you know what I mean. It's just shit. I just didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
Yeah,
there's literally like two good moments in that whole of the film, which is when the Luke comes towards the end, and when and the throne room bit with Snoke, and I actually liked Kylo Ren and Rey part I liked, but the rest of it was just a big fucking mess. There was a part where they went to this place where there's gambling and it's like a casino. I just was like, what the fuck is happening? Why is this going on? Like, none of this is relevant. It's all pointless. So I was just thinking, shit. So Disney have fucked Star Wars up, bro. Like, seriously.
Wow.
They really have.
Talking about Star Wars, that's quite a good cue, really. Old Paul Gunderson is on his way to go pick up the Obi-Wan Kenobi mythos, and he said he's been watching watching our video all week. I said to him, that's probably a good thing because it will show you not how to put it together.
Yeah, so, definitely. I mean, that piece, one of the best Star Wars pieces I've ever seen. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
One of the best overall. I mean, it's the best storytelling piece out of any piece, I think.
Star Wars wise, or any piece, ever.
It's got to be up there for any of them. You know, storytelling piece. That's.
I really like the mythos stuff. I really like how they managed. I just like the mood of them. It's going to sound stupid. I mean, people may not understand what I'm saying, but you know, there's like undertones to all of those pieces, and Vader and Obi-Wan especially. It's beautiful. I mean, and even Darth Maul as well. I did see the pig.
The Gamorrean Guard.
I did see the Gamorrean Guard, but I saw it in a shop, and it was on a shelf, and it was quite high, and it was quite difficult to really, you know what I mean? It's such a different thing that when you get them out and you move them around. I mean, for me, again, if I started getting into movie pieces or anything like that, they would be on my list big time, all of them.
Yeah.
Definitely the Vader, and I mean, Obi-Wan's very special, very, very special piece. Very nice indeed.
Well, the Obi-Wan's really, really nice. That's probably yeah, that's probably my favourite of the set. Really, I do like the Vader, the contemplating one where he's all
the mask.
smashed up and he's all looking at his helmet. That's a good one. I did actually. When I was talking to Thor today, I think I worked something out, and if it's right, which I'm not saying it is, I'm very disappointed in Gunderson. Because like Star Wars was taken over by Disney, right? And Gunderson and Rodney Jones, what their channel is called? It's called Darth Castle, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And Disney's logo is that kind of castle palace, yeah?
Yes.
So that Darth Castle seems like Gunderson is doing a Star Wars tribute to Disney. I cannot believe it. If that's the case, Gunderson, I am disgusted in you.
Yeah,
if that is your case,
fired. You're fucking fired.
Or maybe, maybe I'm reading between the lines here. But hey, as I say, I never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that earlier, but yeah. So this week I'm just trying to think about what's happened in. I sold my XM Thor. I sold. I just sold my Kratos by Sideshow. Yeah, the Sideshow exclusive one. So I just sold that. And I have posted several things. I'm just trying to clear. Just trying to clear as much.
When you're not buying, it's smart. It's the way to do things, man. Like you got to get rid of some of the stock that's just not being used, not being seen.
Yeah. Well, I just think that I basically just have too much shit lying around, and I just need space to kind of. There's people interested in both of these as well at the moment. So apparently, someone is gone on holiday and they're going to pay for the T600 when they come back, and then several people have been interested in the alien bust. I sent them all the video.
I really like that alien bust. That's probably the best example of that alien bust I've seen that you own.
Yeah, I was very
too happy to part with that. If I was honest with you, kind of like that. Bust.
Well, the thing is that at the moment they've been both sitting kind of in, like, I don't know, you can see like there's the T600, but I don't know. I mean, they've both been sitting in here for a while, and I have been considering kind of using this area more for the editing, because it's just quite nice to have
enclosed
set up. No, we're just having it all set up and having it so that it's all like a designated area to do it. So when you go there, that's when you're doing it. And I'm considering getting rid of the cabinet behind and putting two Bestas there, which then would put all my horror pieces there. But then I'm just thinking, like, do I want to do that?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, I do. Okay.
You do.
Well, I was just thinking.
You want to get rid of that fucking thing that looks like fucking you got off a homeless person, and you want to get the fucking Bestas in there and pick yourself, I don't know, 6 to 8 pieces of your favourite movie pieces, pick them and chuck them in behind you. That would be gold. Absolutely pure gold.
Well, I'm thinking about it, but
handful. Just keep a handful. You don't need. I don't turn it into like your main display room. You just have a hat. That's what I wanted to do. I mean, if I could get away with it, I'd do the same in the front room. You know them 2 coves I've got in my room, in my front room. The way my front room is, I've got this like out part that I had built in, and I've got a fireplace built into it, and I've got the TV built into it. So I've got 2 gaps either side. I would love to put, Bestas in there or some form of displays in there, and put a few movie pieces in there. But the wife would rather, cut thigh to hip. You know what I mean? Then then do that. I don't think she'd enjoy it at all. So, but I would like to get put a few movie nods in there, the odd Star Wars, the odd Alien, a few darker pieces, a few monsters. I would love that. I think it would look great.
Well, I mean, as I say, I've been tempted to do that, and I'm thinking about it, but I'm not 100% sure, because I'm a bit like, I don't know. It'd be nice to have them there, but then again, there's a lot of shit in those cupboards I need to get rid of, and they're full of comics, they're full of books. So then I'll need to find somewhere to shovel that shit afterwards, wouldn't I? So I'd have to work that.
It's a tough one, you know. It's first world problems.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing, isn't it? It's like, well, you know, we're complaining about whatever, and it's not really an issue. You know,
it's nothing. It's nothing. I mean, it is true though. You know, I'm there myself, but I'm quite content. I'm quite happy. You know, I'm in the moment now where I'm thinking, right, you know, I get a handful of bits for this year, and that's me. I'm good and done.
yeah.
You know, in terms of that, you know, and then I can sit back and I can just enjoy. I can, you know, go to other collectors and we can, you know, meet up and see other things and go to cons and check other stuff out and just look at it like that. You know, just be a little bit more like that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm getting to the point where all my pieces now really kind of. Then you know, I had this discussion with Brandon Guerrera, and well, I say discussion. In fairness, it was more like an argument. Me and him had our first sort of like marital tiff. Only because
he's a confrontational little fucker. So
the thing that is there is a nostalgia is very important, but also, you know, there comes a part where you've got to think to yourself, creative design is also really important. Like I'm saying, you know, there are characters that I love from the comic books, but that I know that if you make them how they look in the comic books as statues, they're going to look shit. You know, I mean, even Thanos to some degree, you know, I mean, his boots defy logic. They defy fucking gravity. They defy everything. What the fuck is in comics? What boots is he wearing? He's like in Santa socks, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's wearing these like weird things that, you know, just look awful. You know, Bowen, they're on the Bowen pieces, but they look awful, even on all the Bowen pieces.
Yeah.
You know, the XM cleaned them up, changed his boots. Sideshow cleaned them up, changed his boots, and it works. You know, it's not accurate. You understand what I mean, but they look good, and it's the same. Yeah, Thanos is a prime example. Thanos is a character like Daredevil. Daredevil is fucking pointless, right? In the comics, the geezer is wearing fucking Under Armour, bright red Under Armour, jumping around. He would be stabbed, he would be shot, he would be dead in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
There's no armor, there's no protection, there's no nothing there. He is like literally walking around in his pajamas in the comics, and that works.
Well, that's the same as a lot of like comic characters when they originally, you know, were designed. They're all wearing kind of outfits that if you tried to translate that, it just don't work. And I think with Bowen and the kind of smaller scale, you can get away with it a bit more. But then once you start getting into the quarter scale, I don't think it's as forgiving to actually do that. I don't think it translates as well as you know, as that. Yeah.
It's just really difficult. There's just certain characters I just think, you know, you've got to remember the origins and the years that they come into, you know, when they were built and when they were made. You have to progress. You have to move on. You know, and I you know, nostalgia is a place that I completely agree with about where you spend your money and what you buy. Nostalgia will keep the pieces in your collection. But, you know, for me, I'll give you the prime example, right? The Thanos on throne by Sideshow, right? The maquette. That piece, is not from any comic I've ever read.
Yeah.
Don't recognize that suit. I've never seen it before. I don't know what it is, but I don't care, because for me, it is fucking perfect. It's a beautiful, artistic, stunning piece. And I think that, you know, and I'm the biggest Thanos fanboy, you know. So, you know, but sometimes you just got to let things progress the way that they should. Do you understand what I mean? You know, there's only so far that fucking suit can be taken from the comics. His suit in the comics is plain blue with some sort of belt across the middle of it, you know, and you know, really like almost like a suit jacket thing that he's wearing with gloves. It's not, you know, it's not exactly.
It's got like big rubber gloves on, yeah.
It doesn't
go fucking clean house.
It ain't flattering no matter which way you do it, you know. There's just certain ways that things just do not work, and I'm quite thankful actually. I mean, I have to say that I have to give massive props to Sideshow Collectibles for some of the new directions they're moving in. I really like the way they're going. Like for example, I really like their new Batman. I really like their new Daredevil. I'm loving the new Superman. I think they all look fucking amazing. Definitely. I'm really, your vote on the Superman. You know how close that was. That was well close. New versus old.
The funny
Closest
thing
I've ever seen.
is those new versus old ones. The results are questionable most of the time. I mean, some of the pieces you put up, it'll be like, okay, the public has spoken, but it just comes up with some weird results. Like, I mean, even the new Zangief was beating the old Zangief by like 75% to 25% at the moment.
I voted old.
Yeah,
but I have had the privilege of actually seeing that old Zangief in person, and nah, you're mad. That old Zangief's very. I mean, I really like that piece. I mean,
I tell you what I do really like is I like the custom one. That custom Zangief is fucking wicked.
Yeah, with a bottle of beer on the
Yeah,
thing.
he comes with a bottle and he comes with a cape, and
I like it as well.
That looks really nice. But that goes on nicely actually to something else that some people want us to mention, that the Wonder Woman edition size for the exclusive is 2,500.
Okay,
so it's really high, but that doesn't surprise me at all because
Wonder Woman, Justice League is massive now, bigger than it's ever been.
DC edition sizes are always massive. Actually, well, apart from some of the villains, but the heroes have always been huge. I mean, like, look at the original Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They were crazy edition sizes.
Yeah, 9,000 total.
Right, total. Yeah. Well, Batman's
11,000, I think, total. Is
Batman's more because they've done the blue variant. So.
Well, yeah, you've got the blue variant, which I think is 1,000. Then you've got the exclusive, which I think again is 2,500, and then you've got the other one, which is I think 7,500. So it's like 10,500, 11,000, something like that. They're high. I mean, they are really high. Especially the Justice League, the main ones. The Wonder Woman, she's huge. The Superman is huge.
Yeah.
All of the original trilogy is huge. And what's the new Superman ES? Do you know?
I don't think that's not released yet.
Okay. They're all going to be.
They just did
be warned. They're going to be big.
The Wonder Woman is 2,500. Oops, and then the Wolverine exclusive is 2,500 as well.
Yeah, they're gonna be big, mate. I mean, they're gonna be huge. I mean, the Wolverine's a little too high for me, but to be honest with you, he's the most popular member of the X-Men. He's got his own franchise films that are fucking going crazy. So there's such a huge market for that character. Huge. And then you've got to capitalize as a business. You've got to capitalize on those numbers because they're bread and butter. They're millions of pounds. Make no mistake about it. They are millions and millions of pounds. I mean, I can't remember what Thanos was, but I think I calculated it was like 5.4 million or 4.5 million pound that piece brought in for them with the total edition size on what they would have sold. I mean, I'm not going with licenses and costs and all that. I'm just talking about buck for buck. I think it was something like that. It was really high. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's expenditures and there's costs and things like that. But like I say, I don't think the expenditures and the costs will be anywhere near that type of money per piece. So,
well, I mean, they're going to be. They must have lost a huge chunk of their profit through their poor packaging because their Thanoses are being broken left, right, and centre. I know people who are waiting for their replacements and they've received a broken one as well.
Dude, listen, it's a joke. I really don't want to turn the chat sour, but if Sideshow were listening, we keep fucking telling you, so start listening. We keep telling you, change your packaging. It's going to save you money, a big time. It'll cost on the out, but trust me when I tell you, it's going to save you money because there's so many in our group alone. I don't know how many we've seen, but hundreds of them damaged. It's just too many, man. It's far too many.
There's a lot of damages from these, and if you had, a more substantial box, it should be a bit better. I mean, but
The thing is, as well, though, is unfortunately for Sideshow, their packaging started off better and has got worse, and that's the problem. You know, they had better styrofoam, they had harder boxes, they had more stiff and sturdy art boxes at the beginning. And what's happened since is it's been obvious that they've gone cheaper. You know, the styrofoam now is really, really weak, really kind of crap. And unfortunately, it's not the worst there is, but it's low end compared to others.
It's not quite
It's
ARH.
not ARH.
ARH, which looks like you're in a fucking snow shaker.
Look at sand in my box.
It's like a snow shaker. It's like fucking all the polystyrene just goes all over the place. It's ridiculous.
For me, I honestly think that you know, I think if I had to, you know, you can give criticisms to like companies and things like that, but for me, I think if Sideshow neatened up their packaging a little bit, you know, I think if they sorted their packaging out, I really love the art direction that they're going in with certain characters, and I know, you know, they would be my. It used to be that their stuff was getting lazy and boring, but it's not anymore. Their stuff now is we're starting to see detail and craft and serious work. So I can't even say that anymore, but. Just to sort the packaging and maybe throw in a few more of the different type of characters. You know, I don't want to see 4 Batmans a year, 5 Batmans a year. I just don't want to see that. Don't want to see 3 Wolverines. I don't want, do you know what I mean? A bit more of that, and I think you'd get nothing but silence from most people. Everyone would be happy.
Yeah. Okay.
I want Penguin, dude. Let's get a Penguin. Let's get a Riddler going. Let's get a Ra's al Ghul going. Let's get a Scarecrow going.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, with most of the big companies, what they do is they'll start a line, they'll do the key characters, and then once they start going on to the lower end characters and the profit margin starts going down, they just give up. They're just like, fuck, business, business, no, that's not going to make money. We'll sign that off. That's that.
But you know what, the way I would look at it is like this, right? It seems to be, it's not just that. It seems that they have certain artists, working on Batman, Superman, blah blah blah. And then they get new artists in within like 3-4 years or whatever else, and then they redo them, and that's all well and good. And I like to see. I'm really excited to see a Daniel Bell Daredevil and vice versa, and blah blah blah. And obviously Canal Batman. You know, I'm super gay for Martin Canal's work, so that Batman definitely looks impressive to me. Would definitely be the Batman I'd go after. But why not do, instead of it being Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, why not do Batman and then Penguin and then fucking, do you know what I mean, like that, and or Riddler, and you understand what I'm saying? Do like 3 instead of it being all the Justice League. Do you get where I'm going? So I would go.
Yeah. Well,
I would go Batman, Penguin, Riddler. That's the release. Then I would go Superman, Brainiac. You know, do you get where I'm going? Like that. That's the 3 release. Then Wonder Woman, Ares, blah blah. That's the release. I would go that way. That's so much smarter, I think, because you can mix all of them a lot, can't you? You can have your Justice League. You have the Enemy. Why not?
Well, then you also kind of capitalizing on the sort of mentality of collectors as well, where if you release all of your A characters at once, they're going to be tied up with buying the A characters. If you release an A character, or maybe if you release the B character first, you know, and then you get them in there with going, oh well, I don't know when Batman's going to be out. Oh well, I'll go for the Joker. I'll go for the Penguin. I'll go for that, and then you release that, and then you alternate, or No, I agree with that.
Because I mean, I don't know about you, but personally, you know, if
the other side of it as well, sorry, is if someone goes Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and then they're like, wow, then they all come in and they're like, well, actually, I don't have the space anymore. I'm not going to buy them. I'm not going to buy anymore, you know. So
yeah, but also there's another part of it, which is, you know, you may not like all of the Justice League. You might just like a handful of them. So you would want, you know, a Flash and a Reverse Flash and a Superman. Or you understand what I mean? Or you set your Flash up with your Superman and vice versa. I don't like all the Justice League. I'd never buy a Wonder Woman. I don't care how fit she is. It's just not my. It's not going to be. It's not going to be my style. I've just got to give a big shout out to Gary Speedy. Just messaged me. Saw his handsome little face in between.
Sure, is Gary your guy's twin?
Nah, Gary.
Wasn't Gary's twin?
No, not Gary's twin with the mullet.
Yeah, the blonde. Yeah.
He sent me a message about Infinity War that we're going to all be seeing.
Yeah, he just popped up. Yeah, I mean,
25th of April.
Yeah, I just saw that pop up. But I went on to the website yesterday because I was talking to James Green, and they didn't have the tickets for sale on View. So because we were trying to work out times and stuff, so that we could try and plan it. But for some reason on View they haven't gone available yet. Anyway, so just trying to think if there's anything else before we go on to the pictures.
No, I think we're pretty much up to date. I mean, things going on. The world keeps turning. Got my RaddTitan t-shirt on. You got your t-shirt on, although mine looks a bit fresher than yours. Need to get an iron in that bitch. Let's statues more iron.
Yeah.
Even that, you've lost loads of weight.
No, it's a thingy one. It's like I ordered the large, but they're like American sizes, so they're quite big.
Yeah. I've got XL on, but it's still quite svelte. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Anywho, so if you want to go on to the pictures, then what we'd do is we have not that many today. Actually, I mean, there was 2 conventions. There was one in Shanghai, and there was one in Malaysia, and in all honesty, there was a lot of stuff in the Malaysia one, but there weren't a lot kind of with companies. It was more kind of individual projects. I didn't really have a chance to go through a hell of a lot of them, but I did sort of skim through some. But in all honesty, I don't know, there wasn't really much that sort of tickled my fancy with those. So what we'll do is we'll go on to these.
Let's fly, man. Let's get the Infinity picture up. Let's start doing some work.
Sorry, just trying to work out my screens. Okay, now it's not showing me.
Good. This is the stuff screens are made of.
It's like it's gone off the screen. Why would it do that? Good. There you go. So, damn it. All right, I'll do it this way.
Doomsday, doomsday, doomsday. I can't wait. Gary, you're such a fucktard, man.
Gary, you're not even going to be able to display Doomsday. So
that Doomsday box ain't even going in your house. You're going to need one of us to take it home and look after it for you.
Yeah, because you ain't going to be able to display it, guys. Anyway.
Oh yeah, sexy.
So this is the Drax, the Destroyer. This is from Bushy.
I really like this. I've seen a couple of concepts of this. Looks pretty. I like the comic book version of Drax. Much prefer it to the fucking special needs Batista version.
I thought you liked Batista.
I like Batista, like when he was wrestling and stuff like that. But to be brutally honest with you, I liked him. The first one, I think he played it. He seriously overplayed the humor part of it in the second one. The second one was shit, and he was one of the worst parts in it. The characters it's quite dry, but I just thought they milked that for everything it was worth.
Yeah. So this is custom core scale Drax, and I do really kind of like the look of this one. I think it does look great.
Well, I have the knives though.
Yeah, I think they've done a really good job actually. So just
what's he carrying in his hand on the other hand? Is that like a pole or something?
No, it's another gun. It's like the top of the gun.
All right. Probably just the angle then.
Definitely the angle. So I'm just trying to. So there we go. So we're all ready.
Yeah, Screaming one's better. Looks good with the guns. Nice.
Yeah,
I'm sure that this comes with sort of knives though, doesn't it?
It comes with these like those kind of big sword knife things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there. They are. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Really nice, those. So That's Bushy Collector.
Nice. Is this one of his last projects? This one.
I think what he's moved into is he's moved more into art direction for other people.
Yeah, I can see that.
So he's doing this is someone else's kind of project overall, but he's doing the art direction for it.
Yeah. Looks cool. Like it a lot.
Yeah, the same as he had in Warlock as someone else's project, but he's doing that direction.
I'm not too sure about that left hand being so high though.
Yeah,
I'd probably pull that arm down. Do you get what I'm saying? I'd have it sort of down level with the other one, like that, so that the swords are sort of like his arms are down and the swords are going either side.
Yeah, but it looks like what's happening is you change the glove, the switch outs from the glove.
Yeah, potentially, but the biceps facing up. Let me see, change it again. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, could be.
Yeah, so that's probably why they've done that.
Yeah, less seams.
Yeah.
Otherwise, probably works a bit better with the gun. I'd probably go one knife, one gun, to be brutally honest. I'm not liking the gun on the right hand, so I'd probably go gun on the left and knife in the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that more.
I think he does a one-on-one.
Yeah, that's cool. Very nice.
So, this is quite funny actually. When I was in the Philippines, basically, Joel was like, "Yeah, I've got the Superman versus Doomsday in the car," and he was going to set it up at the car park to show me, but it never got round to it. In the end, I was doing stuff and he was doing stuff, and I didn't realize he sent me a video after of how big it is, and this thing is huge. This thing is like really, really big. So this is the Court Masters Doomsday versus Superman.
Yeah, looks massive, bro.
It's really, really big, like super big.
Yeah, it looks huge.
Then this is the custom project for Akira, and it's going to be possibly 1/6 because that's kind of more the scale that
in line with what they use.
Anime use that more. This is by Custom Resin Collectors. I've not heard of those, and they've also spelt project wrong. So it says Akira Project.
Project.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I know this is only a concept, but they do need to do some work on that bike. It needs to be improved quite a bit, actually. But again, it's a concept, and I'm hoping that when it comes together, it's going to look quite decent. What it's going to be is it's going to be diorama, so it's going to be with Tetsuro on another piece.
Yeah. Well, you're a lot more into Akira than me, so you'll know more.
I haven't seen.
In fairness, you're sort of my go-to anime guy.
Then you're fucked.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Gary says that Doomsday ain't as big as my Doomsday.
Gary, you're gonna have to sell it, you clown. Jesus.
Yeah, you're taking a loss on that bitch.
yeah, because no one else is going to be able to display it either. Christ.
Lunatic. We did tell him.
Okay, so this is Canada. And you got the Elite Creature Collectibles Freddy Krueger. This is up at the moment. I think it's $2,750. I know there's an early bird price. I can't remember if that's the early bird price or not.
That, isn't it?
Sorry?
That's a bit of a special portrait, that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Is this a whole piece? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. That, again, I love that, where you look down and it's...
Yeah, it's like an infinity.
Yeah, beautiful, that.
So it's got like, then you've got the incinerator there, which I'm pretty sure...
What?
I can't remember if it's this one or the bust, but is this the one where you open... No, it's the bust. Don't worry. It's the bust.
The bust is the one where you look into it and there's a figure of Freddy on the outside. It's not. That's not that one.
And then that's the infinity kind of gap there that just looks crazy.
Fucking ludicrous. That is. That's brilliant.
It's done really, really. Yeah.
I love their work. I can't afford their work, but it doesn't stop me from appreciating it. They're just at
Yeah,
a price point that I won't pay for statues because that's just my thing. It doesn't mean it's not worth it. It doesn't, but it's at a price point I can't go to. The second that starts happening, man, I'm in big trouble.
yeah.
I can justify maybe a G. I can't justify like 2.5 and shit like that. It's just too much.
Okay.
Certainly off the bounce as well.
The thing is, to get this into the UK is going to cost you like £3,000.
Fuck. For that money, I could probably go and pick up myself.
Okay, so
First class, let me add.
yeah, these are the 1/10 scale for Ragnarok pieces, which Iron Studios are doing.
I have to say, I really like their smaller scale stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's one of their best lines that they do.
well, the problem with Iron Studios is, I mean, they do some really nice quarter scale pieces. I mean, I've seen the Winter Soldier and I saw the Falcon, and they looked really good. I mean, the movie likeness is great.
Yeah.
Again, there are pieces that they do where they just really drop the ball. I mean, considering their price point.
So consistency is the problem.
Yeah, well, their Spider-Man was a really nice piece, like interesting piece that they did, but it comes across as very incomplete and just little details just don't.
I don't like them. I don't like the look of them overly. I'm not talking about. I don't want to keep going back to fucking Spider-Man. Everyone's entitled to have a bad day in the office. I mean, for me, the Falcon, and I don't particularly like the look of it. I think it looks clunky and just awkward. I don't like it.
It looks like the movie. It looks like the piece. The faces are great. They've done very good jobs on the likeness. The bases maybe need some work for me, but I think the actual characters look great. I think they look really good.
I'm not sold.
I really like. I tell you what I do really like is I really like their the Batman variant. I think that Batman variant is really good.
Oh, what one's that one?
The 1/3 scale one where he's standing on the light and he's got the Joker face on it.
Yeah, I don't like either of those. There's two of them. I don't like any of them. Both of them. I don't like them. They don't do. See, it's a style thing. For me, the best piece that they did that I saw was that Captain America. I think it's Age of Ultron. It's a fucking ludicrous piece. That piece was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, we reviewed that in Prague. Yeah. Then you got the update for the Gabrielle Yanis Scarlet Witch. So they've changed the. It doesn't look as much like.
It doesn't. It looks better. It looks much better now.
Was that woman you said it looked like? That woman you like?
Lawrence.
Jonathan Lawrence.
Dude, I'd wear her like a hat. Too fit for words, man.
Do you think this is better, or?
I do actually, yeah. This now looks a lot more like Scarlet Witch. Love it. Looks great.
Really cool.
She's got a little bit more of that darkness. Yeah, that's better. Yes. Smash that. Much better.
Yeah, they're taking off the little balls to make it look like nipple rings now, though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it look. But that does look better. In fairness, it.
Yeah.
It looks like nipple rings. Looks better.
All right. So yeah, Gabrielle Yanis. And this was one of the ones at the con. So this is the HMO Mega Man Zero. So this is the black variant.
That looks fucking cool. That does.
And then this is the normal version.
See, this is what I love. This is what I'm talking about. They release a Mega Man and then they do a couple of other different bits that you can display with your Mega Man. This is perfect.
If that's the same size base as the blue one, that Zero is going to be massive.
Yeah, big piece. Looks sizey, but then Mega Man's big and all.
Yeah,
not as big as that though.
If that base is the same size,
maybe
she's massive.
I really like what they've done though with the color. They've made that base better.
Yeah,
they're breaking that colors up a lot more. That looks good. Almost looks like a subwoofer that goes in the back of a fucking fucking sports car. Something like Fast and Furious should have in the back of his car. I like it, man.
Change out. So you know, actually, this one's got like the
this
arm
one's
up
good. That's good.
and the sword, and then the arm. So the arm up and the sword behind the back, and then the sword in the hand with the arm down.
Kind of like the first pose. Both nice.
Like that one.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, don't know why. Sword's cool too. I like that. I like the arm up.
I prefer that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's cool. That really looks nice. And if they can deliver that, like see, there you are. That's nice. If they can deliver that, like they did the, Mega Man. There's gonna be no issue. It's gonna be stunning.
Yeah. So, got some Hot Toys because again, the reason why we got Hot Toys is, it's Infinity War. So we're going to...
Kevin Andalena messaged me, started talking to me about things, and then he had me all interested in the conversation, and we were like flowing, man. It was like...
Was it the CGC stuff?
We were doing a tango, man, the two of us, me and Andalena. We were like dancing around and fucking it. We were mixing. It was good. And then he starts talking. All of a sudden, it's like, I'm going to get this Captain America. Sent me a picture. I think you should get it. It'll be worth a lot of money. And I was like, I had to say to him, congratulations. You had me and lost me within the same conversation. Fucking stupid. Why would you send me this?
Yeah. Well, you had me as well where he was sending me all the CGC comics, and then he started talking about Hot Toys, and I lost my interest. Yeah.
It's just like, it's not that I have anything like against them. It's just I have no interest. It's just not interesting to me at all.
Well, I think they look fantastic. I think the faces look great, and I think that the people who manage to pose them in these positions are very talented. But I just don't have that skill to pose them out, or the patience.
Also, it's kind of hard for me because there's so much detail, but it's the pieces are a 1/6 scale, so they're quite small. So you once you put them in your display unit and things like that, and step away from it, you don't see any of this shit.
Yeah. Well, there's also there's these. This is going to be in the movie. These kind of shields on his wrists.
I don't know what this crap is. I'm not digging this at all. I don't know what it is. It looks like it might be alien tech. Is that what it is?
It's probably like the Wakandans probably give it to him or something.
Yeah, the sooner he gets his neck snapped off his body by Thanos, the better. Fucking sick and tired of him, I've got to say.
There you go.
Him and Falcon and fucking, them two. They need that whole story arc needs to go. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I quite like Winter Soldier, so I'm hoping that he
we want Winter Soldier. We want Steve. What's his name?
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, we want Sebastian Stan to take the role and be done with it because we need to see some of the people. I need to see some of the insides of these people now. I need Thanos to start ripping them apart, and then we can start a new phase of Marvel films.
Well, that's going to happen soon. It will happen. Good. So that's that. I mean, I think these things are really good, but again,
they are. I mean, but the thing is, as well, is like it is like a missed sale as well. This is like this is when you were a kid and they show you this on Toys R Us. Brave Star with all the background and all of these things. You can't have this in your display. It doesn't. How do you do this? You have to make that yourself.
Well, that's
background the trees and all of this lot. I mean. Probably you could make like a backdrop like that yourself, print it and stick it on.
Because you can buy that monster that he's fighting, and you can buy that. You get that monster on the floor with this version. So
yeah, but do you get all of the Wakanda buildings and all of that and the grass?
No, but that's just a picture anyway, isn't it?
Miss Sal.
No, but it was worse when we were kids. It was much worse when we were kids. They would have like all the fucking like the little toy barrels and all the stuff, and then they would throw like. He-Man would throw Skeletor through all the fucking barrels and stuff, and it would be like, wow, and then you would never get those pieces.
He-Man, awesome.
Yeah, so... And then also they released the Infinity Gauntlet, so a quarter-scale version of the Infinity Gauntlet. It's quite strange, though, that they would release a Well, a
Quarter
life-size
scale
version, yeah, that's it. Okay, but then they released a quarter scale version because obviously Hot Toys are 1/6, so
It's
that was
strange.
quite interesting.
It is, yeah. I mean, for me, it's kind of hard because every statue other than the Bowen Designs ones I've got, he's already got a gauntlet on,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this is like a movie gauntlet, so it's kind of like
Well, do you
you
know
don't
what?
take that, you
Do you know
don't
what?
take someone to the beach, do you?
Do you know what Francois sent me yesterday? He sent me a picture of his Magneto because he was talking about the custom head he had on there.
Yeah, yeah.
And
A floating one on the skull on the skeleton.
no. He no. The XM one,
Right.
and on the XM one, on the chair, he had the Doctor Doom mask. So I
Right.
said to him, "Oh, I think I think that's the one I've got. Is that mask?" And he goes, "Oh no. This is from. Do you know the Doctor Doom? What's it called? Like, do you know where he's got that thing with the
Yes.
gloves?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like
Remember?
they released that Doctor Doom where it's like the gloves and it's like a display stand and it's holding a mask.
Yeah, that's it. I know it.
And
Yeah,
he displayed that.
it's like a set in it. They did a few of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
They did a
He did
couple of them.
like a Doctor Octopus one.
Yeah.
They did a handful of them, but um, so basically, he said what he did was he took the mask off of that. He put that on the armrest of XM Magneto, and then what he did then is he took a spare Thanos gauntlet from the XM version,
Yeah.
and he was kind of got it to hold into that display, and then like on the back of it, he managed to then put like a cube. So it's got like the actual collection thing doesn't hold the mask anymore. It's holding a gauntlet and the cube.
That's brilliant.
It looked quite good. It did look quite good. I'll see if I got a picture of it. See why he sent me a picture yesterday. I'll see if I can find it.
That's cool.
This then is the Lucifixion Morbius, which
That looks like that's in hand.
Awesome. That is in hand. No, I know it's for the factory.
That looks fucking great.
So yeah, that's this comes with, I can't remember, 4 or 5 heads. It comes with a lot of heads. So this is the human head where he's kind of transforming. You can see the kind of change going on there.
You see the suckers well on his hand as well. To dig well with that.
Yeah.
Good.
Then you got the one of the vampire heads, which I think this is the one I prefer. I can't see the angle, but yeah.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing. Very nice. Yeah,
this is
the one I like.
great. Yeah, this one's really quite horror though. This one's quite.
That's fucking perfect. That just screams like Dracula. That head.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect. What an outstanding job. That's a bit more comic book.
It's very comic book, but I think he just looks a bit like cross-eyed.
It's just because of the shape there. That looks fucking amazing as well. Yeah, that's nice. That's brilliant.
That's my favorite one.
I like 4 of them heads. Yeah. That one, the human one. Yeah, I actually like that one as well. A screaming mouth one. Yeah, I'm not. So that's the least favorite one. It was sort of Antonio Banderas looking one. That one.
Well, Antonio Banderas is like simple cousin, simple brother. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks great.
And Anthony Banderas. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Amazing job. Really, really quality.
Then this is the Narin Studios Azog the Defiler, which is 3.5 scale. So it's bigger than quarter scale. And so this is painted up. Azog the Defiler.
I love this character from the Hobbit franchise.
Yeah.
He was the best bit in it for me.
It reminds me of my friend, Kevin, the one you had the debate with about deadlifts.
Yeah, I don't prescribe them exercises.
It reminds me of him a bit. That sort of that look, the dormant look.
Listen, let me tell you something. If you've ever been in court and you're being sued for damages, you'll understand why you don't prescribe deadlifts. Believe me. I've had to sit and listen to a colleague of mine in a fucking arbitration where they just literally said to him, "Can you justify why you gave him, like fucking 100 120 kilo, you know, deadlift. Why? You know, what was the benefit? What was the objective? And this was an athlete that had medical insurance of like, you know, 2.8 million pound, and this trainer was getting fucking sued senseless. And I just sat there. I had to sit there and listen. And I thought, this is painful. And all of this shit, all this big man crap in the gym. Trust me, when you're dealing with high level athletes, you can't give these exercises. You can't. It's not how it works. So I had to sit there and listen to it. And now all these guys, these king of the gym shit, where they walk in, strap their belts on, strap their knees up, 100 kilo here, 200 kilo there. Yeah, fuck off. It's absolutely pointless. So
okay. Anyway, as of the Defiler. So yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
How big is it?
It's 3.5 scale.
No, I know that height wise. Like, how tall do we know?
I think there was one with the
details are fucking insane on this. Who is this?
Yeah.
Who made this?
Lauren.
Jesus.
I think it's 24 or 25
like a
inches.
Pitbull, that geezer just looks like a fucking pitbull vampire cross face.
Yeah,
Really?
24 or 25 inches it was.
Lovely.
That reminds me, actually. Sorry, there was someone called Mr. Dingles or Mr. Diggles, and he was asking for us to put up some wetter stuff.
Oh yes.
I did actually look for some wetter stuff, but I couldn't really see anything that new. I went onto the wetter Facebook page and a couple of groups, and there was nothing really new on there. It was all movie related. Not statues, but actual like special effects for movies.
This looks amazing.
I did look.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. If I got into collecting like a few movie pieces, this is exactly what I mean. Yeah, like the old Lord of the Rings piece here, bit of fucking Godzilla there. That's monsters. It's exactly what I would love to do. Maybe one day. Maybe.
That King Kong piece too, eh?
Yeah, it's just I want to see that in hand. But, you know, I want to see it in person so I can get an idea of the scale and the size and things like that. But I definitely, I'm digging I'm really getting a taste for maybe because my comic collection is coming to an end. My comic book, you know, statue room is pretty much done. So maybe that's why I'm feeling like this. Like maybe I'm thinking, I want to maybe move into a different direction. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop. It just means I pretty much aced this. So I'm ready to move on.
Do it again.
Yeah. Just do like a handful, just get a couple, like really just save the money, take my time, and then wait and see. But things like this really excite me, this sort of shit. I just love it. That looks fucking amazing. I bet that's mixed media as well, that belt and, you know, that leather. It almost looks like leather on there. And straps.
I don't think it is.
Shut up. Is that sculpted?
That looks sculpted.
That looks great if it is.
That looks sculpted to me.
It's an amazing paint job if it is. Really nice.
Yeah, that's definitely sculpted.
They loved their maces, didn't they, in fucking Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
They all got a little bit of a taste for mace.
A bit naughty, aren't they?
They're a bit nasty. It's no doubt about
it. Then what we have next, so PCS released a tease for their Michael Myers, and so that's him.
This is long overdue, this piece. I'm so glad that they've done this.
Yeah.
It's
long overdue. And, the thing is, people have been asking for them for a long time. We had a rendition from Hollywood Collectible Group, but it kind of missed the mark.
Yeah, we don't just want any old shit. We were looking for a good one.
Yeah, no, we were looking for a good one, and Hollywood Collectibles was like, "Hey guys, we got the license, and this is what we done, guys." And we were like, "What the fuck is this shit?" It's the same as their Creeper as well. I always wanted that, but the quality is just not very good.
Yeah.
Then that's the boxing tests for the reptile. I really hope they've improved on this over the
bottom line with this piece, man. Make sure that base isn't fucking a tambourine, and make sure that the quality on these pieces, they've not been overpainted, because fuck me. Alex's one, it looked like somebody grabbed skin tone paint from across the room, put it in a bucket and threw it at this fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm still trying to sell that, so can we not put that down too much, please?
Junk. Filth. I want the review to go up. I'm desperate for the review to go up. I really am.
I need to sell it first. This is the Red Dragon. So this is the cloth. This is the open wing exclusive. This is.
That's not open them wings, is it? No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is open. You just from the angle you can't see.
No, them wings look like they're behind it.
It says on the fucking picture, open wing
I don't give
exclusive.
a shit. It don't look like it.
Look, here, can you see my mouse? Open wing exclusive, cocksucker. But the wingspan, I think, is going to be like, I think it's a meter wide or something crazy.
I absolutely love the
But the open wing exclusive comes with both sets of wings.
This is another thing for my monster collection. I mean, look at that for a dragon. I mean, what a beautiful looking thing.
I think Nicholas picked this up.
Oh, congrats, my brother. Congrats.
I think he put it with his Dark Souls and what was the other thing? Dark Souls and something else collection.
Something just super iconic about like a dragon. I just love dragons, man.
Yeah.
Dragons, man. That's what it's all about. Flight of dragons. Get on there.
Okay.
In the sky or in my mind.
This is the Doppelganger custom piece. So this is quarter scale. This is early days. This is going to be commissioned by Gem Mint and Kryptonic X, and produced by Statics. So this is overdue anyway. The Doppelganger. I've wanted to see a decent Doppelganger.
I don't like the top arms.
Yeah.
It's the only thing. It sort of looks, you know, the top arms look. Do you remember like West Side Story? Where, have you ever seen it?
I thought you were going to say YMCA, but
no. Like it's like West Side Story. It's like a gang thing from like it's a film. And the start of the film, they're all like walking around clicking like that. The arms like that, and he's like his arms look like he's about to like click or something.
Yeah,
I would like to see. You know, if you just turn it so the elbows are not that way, they're just that way. So his hands come down, his elbows are up. It seems like the bottom parts are all sort of, bottom arms are all facing a direction with purpose. The top ones look a little confused. So
the thing is, I mean, the thing about this is I'm hoping that they'll actually be able to do the anatomy very good, because it's so hard. It's really hard. I mean, Goro has done really, really well, but Goro isn't Goro only forearms?
Goro's 4, but the way that they did Goro is probably the best example of it.
Goro was done amazingly.
I still think Kentaro is not as good as like Goro in terms of the way that the anatomy works. I really think they managed to grab it. But he's got 6 arms, and even if you read the comic and you look at the pictures, it's all over the place in the pictures. Fuck.
Well, I sent it to them. I sent it to Ball. I said, like, to get the anatomy right on something like this is really hard, because the way obviously the arms work is, you know, you need the chest involved and stuff like that, and if they don't have kind of, you know, the chest to attach to, it's just going to look weird. I don't know, it's going to be really hard to get that in like a 3D form.
It's the same as well with that arm there, the second one on the left, the one that's holding the one that's down.
That one?
I can't see your mouse at the moment, but I mean the one that looks like it's so the middle one on the left. Do you know your left and right?
Yeah, but maybe this is the left on my screen.
No, that's the right side. That's the left of the screen, but I'm talking about his left arm.
Oh, okay.
The one that's down. That one. That one looks a bit big and a bit awkward and a bit wonky. Compared to the other side. I really like, you know, but again, they play with this. It's going to be difficult to get. I think that's another reason why this character's not even been attempted. It's well difficult.
It's an early concept as well, so it needs. I mean, even the head as well for Doppelganger. I mean, his eyes are like kind of like fly eyes, where he's got like loads of like grids on his eyes, his teeth. He's and also, I mean, even the Spider-Man outfit is really hard to do. So this is going to be really challenging for them. I mean, you can see why they've gone for a simple base, but
I really like the base though. I like the concept. I love it. I love the base and I love the pose a lot. Especially all of that right side. As I say, turn his arms from being up to sort of more at you, more attacking, more forward rather than in the air.
Yeah.
and then have a little look, and then it's just about getting that anatomy on those 6 arms to be fairly balanced. That's very
Well, there's
difficult.
also the.
I think this is a great start, amazing start. I mean, if
Yeah.
me and you tried to do this, this would be kerfuffled to shit. This
Your word of the day, for fuck's sake. And then also to do those webbing effects is going to be quite hard.
Yeah, but there's always things you could do. There's always like I guess there's like almost material things you could stick on there. That will make it look like that. It's very difficult. You do, you know, but I kind of like that because
I'm really looking forward though to see what they do with this, because this is a character that I've kind of really wanted to see done, and I'm looking forward to see how they challenge, how they approach it.
Yeah,
it's very challenging, but very challenging. Then this is actually the original concepts of the Brooks Spider-Man set, and that Spider-Man looks much better than the one that actually came out. I tell you.
I mean, it's not for me, that sort of thing. These ones are easy. Like it's like, oh yeah, all right, next. They just didn't do none of these did nothing for me.
No, they didn't. I mean, I saw them, and saw all 3 in person. And out of the 3, the Silk for me, actually no, was it the? I'm trying to remember now. One of them, I think the Silk was really good, but then she had a really bad seam.
Yeah, but they're still. You'll be looking at prototypes still. So
yeah.
Things like that are minor. You know, when you go to cons and they're prototypes, you see a seam here or a gap there. They're almost always ironed out and sorted later. My whole thing with this was I didn't like the concept, especially base wise. I didn't like where they went with the bases and stuff.
Well, the on here, the webbing looks actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But as statues, it just didn't work at all for me.
But that is exactly the point I made at the beginning of the show, which is on paper with a pencil and with highlighters and this, that, and the other. You can go so far, but trying to make this in a 3D element, there's so many holes and flaws in it that it just looks fucking awful. And this is a prime example. The concepts all look great. If you saw these, I make these statues, you'd be like, fuck, they look great. But then the statues come out and you're a bit like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It doesn't always work.
No, of course. Okay. Daredevil. So this is the Daredevil. We spoke mostly about this last week, but this is kind of just
love it.
This
fucking
now
love it.
Up for pre-order and the exclusive head. So he's got less, kind of more the sort of classic paneling on his head. And
I like the regular much more. I like the teeth, but I really like I like the regular more with the paneling and the breakup of the colours.
Yeah.
Looks like it suits the suit perfectly. I really like this a lot. I think this looks amazing. Daniel Bell fucking smashed this.
Well, I agree. I mean, I think I like the modernisation of the character.
Yeah, because he's a boring cunt. That's why. Now he looks ready for business. Yeah. If I saw the first Daredevil jump down from a building dressed as he was, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up. He jumps down. I'm gonna think, yeah, dude, you look good, man. What's your night look like? Anything I could do for you? Need me to make any calls? I mean, look at that. Look at the musculature on that. Looks like armor. Looks business, man. Beautiful.
Really nice.
I like that you can do this with the ropes as well, with the strings. I think that's a really clever idea.
Yeah. So we're showing the differences there.
I've got to be honest with you. There's something about this particular view, though. I don't like the angle of this.
That angle?
No, that I love. That's how I would have it, like that. But when you see it open, see front on, great, stunning. But that view, it's a little bit. He looks like his arms are really, really far apart. Yeah. So I think it's designed. It's one of them perspective pieces that you need to have at the right angle to get that boom, that wow.
True.
But Daniel Bell is very. In fairness, a lot of his pieces are like that when you think about it. Same with the Black Panther. It's just, you've got to have it in the right sort of angle and the right display to get the most out of it. Because he does. I mean, it's amazing how he gets so much of the sculpt and anatomy in these quite constricted poses. But he looks prowling, man. He looks good. That's a sexy Daredevil. My favorite Daredevil has always been the Comic exclusive. It's always been my favorite, and I think this, if they deliver this, this will be special.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's a really, really, really good piece. And again, it's a
The funny
great,
thing is what
great
the
twist on the
funny
character as well.
the funny thing is like we were talking the other day, me and you, weren't we? We were talking. You went somewhere and you saw like T-shirts, and they were using statues to as
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as like statue pieces as like the characters in the T-shirt. So it'd be like Venom, and then they had the Cobra Kai 1/6 Venom.
Yeah, it was like
I was
yeah.
trying to explain this sort of thing to Brandon, which is basically like this Daredevil, this because the way that they've done this piece, you don't know what Sideshow know. Sideshow may know that the comic book or a film or something
Netflix.
is coming, and it may look a little bit like this.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. You
Right.
know, I always
Anyway,
think
keep
like that
talking.
because
I need to pee. Keep talking.
they keep doing that all the time. See, me personally, I think this is a really, this is a modernized, realistic, powerful looking Daredevil. And I think this is the sort of thing that someone will see and be like, I'm gonna draw the comic. I'm gonna make him look a little bit like this, or I'm gonna, do a film and I'm gonna make him look a little bit like this. Because these images, they always come up. They come up everywhere. These sort of things, the Venoms, all that type of stuff. So I really think this could be like a future direction that Daredevil could end up going in. You just don't know. I think Daniel Bell smashed this to bits. This is like really impressive to me. I don't even like the character, and I would definitely have this piece on display. Yeah. Thing is, you can't. There's only so far certain things can go, and I really don't think. I really think Daredevil's another victim of, early concept, like for its time. The truth of the matter is, the guy's in fucking red pajamas. That's the truth. And Sideshow made a PF ages ago where they done it right off the comic book, and I can tell you, I saw the bigger person. It was the biggest pile of horse shit I've ever seen. It was awful. That running forward Daredevil was fucking shocking.
I didn't mind it that much, but
Yeah, it was shit. It was shit. It was a salmony, pinky, just look crap. This is much better.
Right, this is the Terminator Rebel, and I like the look of this. I think this looks pretty cool.
She's a machine herself. Then she's got like a mechanical arm. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
she's a Terminator. Yeah,
she's a Terminator hunter. It looks like to me.
She's
she hunts her own kind, does she?
She's a rebel.
Nice.
So, yeah, she's
probably reprogrammed.
Yeah, likely. So I mean, I like the look of that, and I think that's pretty cool design. I think this would go really well with the Predator lady. I can't remember her name.
Machiko. Yeah.
I think it'll go really well with her.
Yeah,
I think if they do that and they and that's all mixed media, her shirt looks sculpted, but the mixed media belt and mixed media jacket. I think that could be a really nice piece. It could be really, really well done.
I think that's all sculpted, bro.
Well, you think even the jacket?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do. Yeah, like it though. Love it.
I don't know about that. I mean, the belt looks like it's.
I can't see the belt from here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the jacket may be sculpted. I mean, maybe media. But then again, Sideshow are really going away from media, aren't they?
They are, yeah. I mean, obviously, it helps with certain markets and things like that. We know that mixed media doesn't do well in certain climates.
Yeah.
Even in the United States, it's too humid, it's too hot. So,
but again, I mean, I like the way they're sort of taking this in another direction, but still, we're going to sound like a broken record, but I'd still like to see Sarah Connor and Carl Reese.
Carl Reese, yeah, definitely.
But anyway, but no, this looks like a great piece, and it's good just not to see another Arnold, over and over again.
Yeah.
Then you got the Zion Arts Loki on Throne. So
that's another original idea.
Yeah. So there's a cross between the Mad X Collector Loki on Throne and the Kingpin by XM.
Had the little bit of a cross between the Loki by Bowen.
Yeah.
Loki on throne, Bowen is very similar sort of design to this, apart from the chest part.
And then also the Thanos podium.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But I don't know. It seems to be very popular. Seems to be people quite like it.
No,
I don't know how this will.
Mad X is Loki. Mad X Loki is going to do some fucking damage. I'm telling you now. That piece is on another planet. It's absolutely crazy. Great concept, great execution, and so smart to not overdo the details on the figures on the back. That's what really impressed me about that when I saw the concept and I saw the design, because like you see it first and there's no color, and you think, all right, so they're going to be all colored in, and they're all going to be all the guys all like huddled together, and he didn't do that. It was all he changed it and made it like he turned them to stone, and I thought that was fucking genius. Really clever.
The problem I have is I saw that concept very early on, and I was offered a place on the pre-order list, and I'm kind of kicking myself for turning it down.
Would you say?
I was actually offered a place on the pre-order list, and I turned it down. So I'm kind of kicking myself for that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? It's for me. I really think the work is something incredibly special. I really do. But I'm not in love with the character. I have to be honest with you. Like, you know, for me, he's always been a bit of a bitch, and I just, you know what I mean, like a scheming, slimy, but then you collar him and he's a bit like, oh, please. I ain't got time for that type of, that type of character just doesn't do much for me. So for me, that's I'm lucky, because if it was the character that I really liked, it would be more of a problem. So it would be great with any type of Thor to put them two together, I think. But I'm quite lucky because I don't really care too much about Loki. But if you do like him, you're screwed, because that's going to be the piece.
Yeah. But this one as well, the chessboard, the pieces are well too big for that chessboard.
Oh yeah, massive, yeah. He's not playing. They're He-Man size figures, man. That's what we used to play. He's
playing figures. This then is the if I go to the last image, this is based on this. Like
is that who's that? I know that.
Ultimate Captain America, is it Olivetti?
No, I fucking know. If he was Olivetti, he'd be fucking so felt. He'd be off the page.
It looks like it's based on another artwork, but it looks like a bit leaner. But this piece, I saw it the other day, and people again were going really mad for it. I was looking at it like going, it looks like a really bad
figure. Yeah, it does.
Like the way it stands looks like a figure pose. It stands.
Looks terrible.
It's too static. It's too. There's no like flow to it.
Yeah, it just looks awful. Who made this?
This is Iron Arts as well.
Yeah, it looks shocking.
It looks like someone's kind of thrown it together, kind of like somehow. And I just think this misses it a bit. It could even be paint a bit as well.
I don't know. Something off with that pose, and the proportions look sort of and all.
The proportions of this image look off as well. He looks
they do. Yeah, they really do. Yeah.
So I'm not sold on that at all.
Nah.
Then Ben Ang put his picture up as the Batman. So little tease there. Then this was also the what's his name? The Kucharak brothers.
Yeah, the Kucharak brothers. Yeah.
They put these concepts up, and I do remember seeing something a while back, which was XM did a Wasteland Batman.
Yeah.
And I think this is likely to be concepts of the XM.
Oh, that's cool. That would be exciting. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Batman Wasteland line.
Another Batman, but at least it's going a bit in a different direction. The only thing is I really love their Shogun thing, but I can't see Batman in it. I can't.
Yeah,
I put up there. I said, I can't see Batman anywhere here, and he was like, "Look closer." And I'm like thinking to myself, if I have to look any fucking closer, that you've missed the point. I should see that it's Batman, and this is the problem because I think they're being so badly squeezed by the license.
Yeah.
To be like, don't make the Batman, the characters look like our characters, and that's shit. If that's the case, then that's just not fair. There should be at least a head or a couple of heads or some armor or something that sort of screams Batman in that.
Yeah.
It's all like hidden Easter eggs now. It's just getting out of hand. It's just too much.
All right. While you're rambling, I'm going to see if
Is
there
that
are any. That's all the images, actually. I mean, we didn't have too many today. Guys who are watching today, we got Red Canada, who's actually been around for a while, but I haven't seen him comment for a while. Darth Xenomorph, Sims, Nicholas, Muslim, Howdy, X-Cable, Emperor Collector, Steve McAllister, Spicer McLeroy, Omar, what's he saying? Omar. It was funny though, because yesterday I was chatting to Omar, right? And he starts talking about the RCB Magneto.
Yeah.
And when he was talking about RCB Magneto, someone sends me a picture, and it's like it's a collection, but the piece I look at straight away is the RCB Magneto. And then like 10 minutes later in the conversation, he's talking about Francois, and he says, "Oh yeah, I've got the Francois Hulk, and I love it." And then all of a sudden, like my messenger goes, and Francois like messages me, and I'm like, "Omar, what the fuck are you doing?" It's like when you say something on Facebook and it pops up, recommend.
Yeah, someo's listening.
It's like, you spying on me, Omar? What the fuck?
Burning, motherfucker! It is a burning.
Yeah. So. Nicholas, Stephen Draper, Top
that Stephen Draper is one of the fucking coolest cats I've ever seen.
Gary Speed,
and that guy is stylish as shit, man.
Sierra, the Chosen One.
The Chosen One is with us.
I'm trying to read the comments as I go. Richard Melbourne. Ready to watch some R chat.
R chat, RT, bitch. Remember that? The T part's in it.
RT. Yeah.
Ain't no one man band this fucking bitch.
Cat Dad.
Oh, Cat Dad. I love Cat Dad.
A lot of Nicholas. A lot more Nicholas. King's Letter. That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Marcus.
Aurelius.
Mushinga. Need to start getting statues down. Dishwashing gloves. And so I'm just going through Robert Hendrickson. About captivating rather than just doing.
What's that?
Got a lot of questions. It's just been a lot of this. This old chat is them all having a fucking mothers meeting.
I like that though. That's good. I like that.
Stir Fry, the Massima. Oh, actually, fuck the Massima. He's saying another episode of Geo saying the truth. Smiley face. Right, the Massima. Let me put him on the list.
Put him on the hit list. Don't worry, I'll put you on my list. People that are awesome list.
Dave Sheehan. Yeah, that was all them having a mother's meeting. There's not really a lot of questions in there. What they should do is if you have any questions actually for me rather than you guys chatting to yourselves.
Yeah, people chat.
Tag. Vass Rod. Stealth H.
In Vass we trust.
No, just Dicky Two Shoes. That's another one. So I'm making notes of these names as well to put on the list for the competition.
Dicky, is it Dicky Two Shoes? That's the gangster's name I've ever heard.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I can't really see many kind of questions at the moment.
Good. Then we haven't strayed too far off the path, the chosen path that has been given to us.
Well, we always stray, you know.
Stray.
We're hoping to go to see Avengers at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So quite looking forward to that. Tiago Pinto, he's up as well. We also got Cold Static.
Oh, he obviously got home safe after our arm session today. I always worry about him driving, you know what I mean? Like his arms will lock up or something, might be able to turn left when he should.
Jezariah Hopkins.
It's one of your brethren, isn't he?
Must be. That's more Amish though than Jew.
Is he the one that ploughs or
plays churning lots of butter?
No, Jebediah feeds the chickens. Jacob's
ploughs. Fool. Then we got Franco Carlissimo.
Oh, Franco, man, what a great job you did there.
With the Mobius.
Should be and all. It's a bit. I think that's a mark for him. I really do.
That's a new one as well. We've got the Vibranium Gym 90. That's a new one. In
Wakanda we trust.
Yeah. Then we got Big in Jujo. It's going to be in Monster Plaza tonight. Again, some pictures of Michael Myers.
Sweet. Is it Monster Plaza tonight?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So yeah.
Cool. That's next week's chat then. We'll have some good shit then.
Yeah, they normally got some good stuff. Eric Bruno. A list, by the way. I've got a list of about 60 names I'll send across to you. You can vet them.
Me?
Yeah, because you do more of the YouTube stuff. So I made a list of all the YouTube names.
Okay.
And,
yeah, I'll go through it. You mean for the competition?
Yeah. It's got Keith Munt. Abdel has no original ideas, and his colours are poo.
Now that's
hold him back. No, hold him back.
That's the truth. Get that guy on the chat. Step into my office. We're being promoted.
I'll send them off. There you go. Why does anyone know Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan premium format? Is there a specific reason? Pass. Don't know.
Well, I think to be honest with you, there is actually you what you're going to find as well.
Steve H.
A lot of people don't. A lot of certain actors don't give out their likenesses either. A lot of people have a problem. I mean, that's why I think Ripley has been so much of an issue, isn't it? Ripley is that she doesn't do it.
Mel Gibson don't either.
And Mel Gibson, I mean, there's certain people who just don't want to do it. So you don't know if with Ewan, it's one of them ones that's very difficult, and he may not, you know, especially being Obi-Wan Kenobi, he may just be like, nah. That can be a reason. I'm pretty sure the Mythos one though, doesn't that have? That has a few heads. It has an Obi-Wan head. It has a Ewan McGregor one. I'm sure it does.
It does. Well, maybe, you know. Or
maybe
they
nailed that. They're like, yeah, fuck that. We're not doing that again.
Maybe they're holding back because they are doing the Obi-Wan film, aren't they? The solo film, and that's going to have Ewan McGregor in that. So maybe they're holding back till then.
Could be very well.
So yeah, that's us done. Yeah.
Yes, das escucha.
Okay. Cat Dag saying SS make a Sideshow, make a flash before I die, please.
Yeah, the like I say, the to be honest with you, if you're looking for a museum PF flash to go with your DC stuff, you're better off getting Bad English Studios version.
Yeah.
Honest to God, you're better off buying that piece because if you've got like the Batman and the Superman, and you know you've got the Wonder Woman, and you're looking for the flat, he is the best one that fits in with that scale wise, size wise, pose wise. He is the best fit for that mix. You know, with Prime One releasing their Flash and things like that, Sideshow, I don't know if you're ever going to see one. I just don't know.
Well, I think that was one of the things that pissed off Sideshow about P1 was they did the Flash and they did the Swamp Thing and whatever else. I think they were kind of waiting for something. Prime One jumped in. I don't know. That's one of the things I think that pissed them off. But anyway, all right, we'll go there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave it there. We'll see everybody next Thursday, hopefully.
Well, I'm in Spain next Thursday, but I'll try and take my laptop with me.
When you home?
Friday.
I will do it Friday then. Just wait till you come back.
Okay, well.
There's no point. Don't worry. Go on your holiday, have a good time, have a break, and then we'll do it when you get back. Friday, we'll do it then. No drama.
DVD Vampire 01 just messaged. So you need some more anime statues in the chat. Send us the stuff across with the information, and we'll talk about it. So send it across on Facebook, and JJ Biscuit. Yeah, send us across stuff on
you
Facebook.
Take the biscuit, JJ.
Yeah, we'll, if you put on there who makes it and a little bit of information, we'll cover it. All right.
Yeah, but
Groovy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Take care, and don't text and drive.
Yeah, God bless. Be safe.
Bye-bye.
Stay happy. Stay united. Enjoy.